Okay, so here it is. Here's the date. You see there, May 2nd, 2019. That's today. It's addressed to Robert S. Mueller III, Office of the Special Counsel, U.S. Department of Justice. Dear Special Counsel Mueller. Now, right off the bat, right, this is interesting. This is not something you see every day. This is on the letterhead of a U.S. senator. It's from Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, who I should mention is also running for president. But here she is writing one-on-one as a senator to the special counsel directly. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob, I've got a thing I need from you. Dear Special Counsel Mueller, I write to request information related to the report on the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election, which was recently completed by your office. On May 1st, Attorney General Barr appeared before the U.S. Senate Committee on the Judiciary to testify about the evidence collected during your investigation and the findings described in your report. Unfortunately, on numerous occasions, Attorney General Barr was unable to speak to certain sections of the report or to the underlying evidence evaluated by your office. The little shade there is that a lot of people noticed that Attorney General Barr didn't really seem to know how to answer basic factual questions about the report, which gave rise to suspicions that maybe he never bothered to read it. Anyway, back to Klobuchar's letter. Quote, I asked Attorney General Barr whether your office requested and reviewed any of President Trump's personal tax documents or the Trump Organization's financial documents. Attorney General Barr stated that he did not and suggested that I ask you directly. Now, unfortunately, Chairman Lindsey Graham, chairman of the Judiciary Committee in the Senate, has made clear that he does not intend to call you, Special Counsel Mueller. He does not intend to call you to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Accordingly, I respectfully request that you provide answers to the following. Number one, did your office obtain and review President Trump's personal tax returns? If not, did you attempt to obtain these documents? If so, what years of returns did you obtain, and were the documents complete, or were any redactions made? Number two, did your office obtain and review financial statements from the Trump Organization? If not, did you attempt to obtain them? If you did obtain them, what years of statements did you obtain, and were the documents complete, or were any redactions made to the documents? And then this is how it ends. In addition, I respectfully request that you provide the committee with copies of any of President Trump's tax returns and the Trump Organization's financial statements that were obtained by your office to aid in our evaluation of the report and its conclusions. Sincerely, Amy Klobuchar, United States Senator. So that's obviously the funny part at the end. Oh, and by the way, in addition, if by any chance you did get Trump's tax returns and financial statements, I would like those. Thank you. Sincerely, Senator Klobuchar. I enclose a self-addressed stamped C-130 cargo plane. Please just send those my way. Now, where this comes from is a little notice, but a short, sharp, and potentially important little exchange that happened at yesterday's hearing between Senator Klobuchar and Attorney General Bill Barr. This was at the very, very end of his testimony. He'd been there for hours. Klobuchar had already had a whole long first round of questions with him. They've gone through the whole roster of senators on the committee, and they just came back for one quick final round where people just had a couple of minutes to ask final questions. And Klobuchar just bing, 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 peppered him with a whole bunch of questions. And I'm not sure this is how he wishes he would have responded.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney General, on April 27th, President Trump stated, Mueller, I assume, for $35 million, he checked my taxes and he checked my financials. Is that accurate? Did the special counsel review the president's taxes and the Trump Organization's financial statements?
I don't know.
Can you find out if I ask later in a written question?
Yes, or you could ask Bob Mueller when he comes here.
Okay, well, I'll do that too, but I think I'll also ask you. And then obviously we would want to see them as underlying information. During my earlier questions, we went through a number of actions by the president that the special counsel looked into.
So she just moves on. She just moves on. Great, I'm going to ask you. And yeah, at your suggestion, I will ask Robert Mueller directly. I will absolutely do that. And if the answer is yes, he got tax returns and financial statements, obviously we'll expect to see those.